everybody, Crazy Mike 1706 with part 2 of my latest edition of Q&A. Now, I will be going to the Pro Wrestling Syndicate show in September. I'm basically going to be traveling from one state to another to see this show. Why? Because I love wrestling and I think this is going to be a good show. To all you shooters out there and to all you people that like to comment on wrestling vids and wrestling blogs. Now, if there is a good indie company around your area, plug it, because there's a lot of people that really have a hard time for finding great indie companies. And so, let's get right down to your question. Which booker would you put in TNA in order to reach his full potential? Let me tell you something. If TNA is ever able to get Paul Heyman, that would be their smartest decision ever, because Paul Heyman is one of the best bookers, period. And trust me, he can make TNA matches quite better, man. Hey, Crazy Mike, Triple H is pushing Vince McMahon to make Cena drop the title to Orton internally. Triple H thought that Cena doesn't need to get the belt to get over because his resentment boosts for being a champion. I think Orton should be the main event, and I don't like the fact that people like Lashley have just came a long way and had a real push, and no one has nothing. What is your thoughts on this? Guys, can I ask you guys a question? Would you like it if your mother was being sexually harassed at work? No, you wouldn't, okay? So why is it okay for him to harass the females at work? Why is it okay for him to cost $30,000 in hotel damages, which it seems like he didn't pay for, and it was American money on top of that? And he was caught twice smoking weed in the back, yes, doing drugs. Why does he deserve anything? We all know that if TNA wasn't around, his ass would have gotten fired. We all know if he wasn't friends with Triple H, his ass would have gotten fired. He doesn't deserve anything. He is not a huge draw. He's not all that in the ring, okay? He is not, like, again, he is nothing special in the ring. There are people who deserves it more than he does, alright? I don't give a fuck what any of you people got to say. Johnny Nitro deserves the ECW championship than Orton getting a championship. Again, wrestling is wrestling, but at the same time, it's still a job. Would you like it if you worked in a place and a guy was acting just like that and he got a raise? No, you fucking wouldn't. So yeah, he doesn't deserve anything. As far as Triple H, man, everybody knows that Triple H is just thinking about Triple H, okay? So whatever he has planned is so it can help him in the future. Come on now. Good question. Do you think they should have Flair be Hogan at WrestleMania 24? I personally think they should. That's not gonna happen, man. I mean, yes, they did face at WCW, but come on, man. Hogan didn't want a job to Flair. We all know that Hogan was jealous of Flair in the past, so that's not gonna happen. Do you think Shawn Michaels is going to retire anytime soon? Man, I've read in this book that for a couple of years he was wrestling without an MCL. So basically there was a piece in his knee that was missing and he was wrestling without it. And so now, you know, he had a back problem in the past. His knee is completely blown the hell out, and really, if coming back is going to hurt him for the rest of his life, then yes, he should retire soon. But if he still can go, then by all means, yeah, keep it there, because these last few years that he's had, he's put on good matches, man, and you know, he's looked very good. And so again, you know, if he's going to continue to look this good with no problems, then of course stay there. But if he's going to have long-term problems, then of course not, because you always have to think about your future. Who do you think should retire from the WWE? The Great Khali. I remember a comment Raven once said on such smart fans: these are the easiest fans to fool because they think they know so much and what's coming. Looks like some fans are too willing to live up to that idea. I completely agree. These people that call themselves smart fans, they are some of the easiest to fool. Again, you ever notice how people that think they know everything really don't know shit? That's the fucking problem, because these smart fans think that one thing is going on when really another thing is going on. You know, they think they know so fucking much, really they know nothing. And this goes out there to all you guys out there. Just because you know what a high spot is, and just because you've been watching wrestling so long that it's more predictable to you, don't think you know the business unless you've really been in it, okay? Come on, guys. What do you think about the Ultimate Dragon being a good fit in Noah? He'll be a good fit in Noah with certain times, but he'll be an even better fit in Dragon Gate, because come on, he trained most of the guys in Dragon Gate, almost all of them, so of course he'll be a better fit in Dragon Gate. He's more of a Dragon Gate style wrestler. Noah is a bit too different from him. You said in your previous Q&A that you don't like botches. Yes I don't. But what about mic botches? Do you have a favorite botch on the mic? Hell yeah. When Randy Orton he was calling for a tag team match, and he basically said, you guys are going to go at it for the heavyweight championship of the world. That was funny, and it was a tag team match. What do you think about the current state of wrestling? WWE, TNA, ROH, Noah, and so on. By the way, I love your vids. Hey man, I love you for supporting my vids. Well, actually, I think the current state of wrestling just got better. Why? Because of things like YouTube. So now people can check out all that great Japanese wrestling that they really couldn't get their hands on before. And again, the territorial days that came back with all these great indie companies. So now if the WWE or TNA doesn't come your way, you can just spot a great indie company that's not too far. So yeah, I'm kind of liking it right now. And also, a lot of the guys that do work indie companies are working for major companies. So really, you would go to a show to see the guy that's in a major company, and then another guy who's not really known, you know, you get to know him. So it makes it a lot better. So a lot of up-and-coming talent. So yeah, wrestling is, you know, even though the WWE and TNA is fucking up, it's actually a very good time to be a wrestling fan. What is your favorite match so far? The WWE, TNA, ROH, UFC, NOAH, and ECW. Well, as far as ECW, the new one or the old one, when it comes to the old ECW, man, I loved so many matches. But my favorite matches would have to be the matches with any match with RVD and Jerry Lynn, of course. From NOAH, my favorite match was in October, Naomichi Marufuji versus Kenta. From ROH, I love so many of their matches. From TNA, my favorite match was AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe. From the WWE, I have so many favorite matches because I've been watching it for so long. And from the UFC as well, I've liked so many matches because, I mean, you never know what you're going to get in MMA. What do you think about Jack Evans and Teddy Hart? I think that Evans is good, and I think that Hart is good, but is a dickhead in real life. Let me tell you guys something. You can hate Jack Evans, you can hate Teddy Hart, but the fact of the matter, they're one of the most blessed athletes in wrestling. Come on, because some of the things they do, you have to be born with. You know, they're high. You could say they're two of the top high flyers right now, probably two of the top high flyers ever, period. I mean, Jack Evans is great. He can do a 450 from a standing position, you know, with, you know, no explosive jump or nothing. He just stand there and do a 450. And Teddy Hart, he's just crazy. The problem with them is that they're too eager to show off what they can do, and they completely forget about storytelling and ring psychology. But Jack Evans' ring psychology has gotten a lot better ever since working for Dragon Gate. Teddy Hart is just an asshole, man, but some people are born like that. And like Slayer pointed out, you know, he's an amazing athlete, and he doesn't really care about anything else. That's his fucking problem, and he's about to go to the WWE, and you know what? His career is gonna get fucked up because he's not gonna be able to act the same way he does in other places in the WWE. Hell no, not with guys like the Undertaker back there, not with guys like JBL back there. You fucking crazy? Hell no.